out from Jordi Fernandez. What's your feeling on that there?
I think you can go either way. I think at some point when you call a timeout, for as much as you can set up and run things for your own team, it allows the defense to get an opportunity to get
After
set.
review, Collier does make illegal contact to the head. It is a defensive foul. The challenge is unsuccessful. Utah has charged the timeout. Brooklyn will shoot 2 free throws. Game clock's been reset to 6.4 seconds.
I was curious whether or not Tyler Ford was going to attempt to say Tosan Awoma's name as the shooter. He elected against it. Another look.
And there you go, swipe across the top of the head. Yeah, very obvious there. But so to that point, and especially for what we've seen out of this group and the composure that they've shown, benefited them. You obviously like it. And they have done well with early offense and quick looks, and they do so once again here. Now it's just about knocking down a couple free throws.
Utah will have a timeout. Should Awoma miss, or even if he does make, to advance the basketball. 2 big ones again. He went 1 for 2 on his last trip. That one important. Now a chance to put Brooklyn in front with 6.4 seconds remaining in overtime. Trailed by as many as 13 points in the 4th quarter here in Salt Lake City. Awoma calmly sticks both free throws. Brooklyn leads by 1. Timeout, Jazz. What a night for Tosan Awoma, just continuing to move his own play forward. 22 points to lead Brooklyn and puts them in front in the final seconds.
It seems like every night he gets more comfortable. He continues to impress and improve. I think, too, the big part of it is just consistency. When you know what to expect out of a guy on every single night, every possession, how he's been playing at both ends, like, these numbers are fantastic, especially with the efficiency that he shot from the field. But more than anything to me, like, now you know what you're going to get. This is who he is. This isn't some game of which he's playing outside the realm of what you can anticipate you're going to be getting when you have him on the floor.
So you've got a similar situation to what we saw at the end of regulation, where Utah has a chance to win the game here. Brooklyn, 6.4 left. Looks like they've got a foul to give. Have not committed in these final 2 minutes. So you got to be careful, I would imagine, when you take that foul if you're going to do it.
Exactly.
6.4 on the clock. Collier, Eubanks, Sensabaugh, Cody Williams, and Sexton the 5 for Will Hardy. It'll be Awoma, Claxton, Martin, Clowney, and Williams for Jordi Fernandez.
So last time they had Williams on, the ball handler, but he was essentially just serving as a double to Sexton. Now he's on Sexton.
Collier has it. Tries to go in between the double. He does to the rim, and he finishes. 2.4 seconds remaining. Nets down 1 with a timeout. The rookie with maybe the best game of his young career.
Man, I mean, this is quite a... You thought he was going to lose the ball here. He just shoots it through both Claxton and Clowney and gives himself some space. Look at him cutting through the double with the push dribble and puts it up. Awoma thought he was going to come over and potentially get a piece of it. Right there, the push dribble through. Claxton can't get to it. That is some speed, and that's good control at the end of the play. And Collier coming back in the game, as you had mentioned, in regulation, he had some looks at the rim that he missed. There was a couple that he had where he was right at the front of the cup that are a little bit strong. That is a big-time shot, given time and score for the young man.
Career high 23 now for Collier. So you shift right back to Brooklyn. They got a great look at the end of regulation that Claxton couldn't finish. Where are you looking here if you're Jordi Fernandez?
Well, I think you put the ball in Tyrese Martin's hands. I think in many cases, you know, he's going to be taking the ball out of bounds, I would assume. And then you're looking for your bigs, and whether it's Clowney or whether it's Claxton, but I think anything that you can do to try and let Martin be the decision maker off of this play, you only need a 2, but you don't have a lot of time to do it.
Williams will inbound. Claxton, Iwoma, Clowney, and Martin rounded out. Nets looking for the win here in Salt Lake City. 2.4 left. In for Iwoma. Back. Knocked away. Claxton didn't get it off. And the Nets will lose a heartbreaker in Salt Lake City. 112 to 111 in overtime. Brooklyn's losing streak extends to 5. Utah ends their 3-game skid and gets their 10th win of the season.
Good defense to close this one out for Utah. You saw Iwoma's the guy to get it. He's been making plays. He's got the size to do it, but the quick double of Eubanks coming over, loses the basketball and breaks up this sideline out of bounds. This is where the Nets typically have been really good in their execution. We had talked about the fact they didn't call a timeout ending there in regulation, and a big part of